Look at you, Guyana. Who can stop us? I am unbothered. Nothing can stop us. Happy New Year, Guyana. We are embarking on a new era, a new decade of development. I am a seafarer man, you know. You didn't know that. I don't think in terms of days or weeks or months or years. I think in terms of a whole decade. Because we've been here for a long time. What we've done over the last 5 years, we'll do for the next 5 and the next 5. You know, Guyana, I go to a lot of schools, and when I go to a school, I see national grade 6 children. I always ask them what you want to do in the next 10 years, after you've done your CXC and your CAPE. Because this country belongs to them. You heard Ms. Fernandez, this country belongs to the young people. I am thinking 10 years ahead. I have a vision for a good life for all Guyanese. Happy households, happy families, a happy country. God gave us the most beautiful country in the Caribbean, the most bountiful country in the Caribbean, the most beautiful people. And if that wasn't enough, He gave us the most oil. We cannot fail. If we keep these gifts in our hands, in the hands of the people, don't let the gifts fall into the hands of the fakes and the frauds. You know, you're dealing with honest people here. Nobody in my cabinet ever went to the University of Iflot. Some people really brass face, you know. Nobody ever went to the University of Cumberland. You know, they got a place named Cumberland in East Kanji. No, we have genuine people in APNU+AFC. Genuine people. The frauds and the tricksters are the other side. They deliberately waited till we have the launch on Friday the 3rd so they could find out what to say on Sunday the 5th. I know them good. They want to copy everything we're doing. That is why they are fakes. They are not the real stuff. When I think of Guyana, this blessed country, I sat down there on the 20th of December, and I said, I will declare the 20th of December National Petroleum Day. Teach your children, 20th December National Petroleum Day. Guyanese will never be poor again. That oil wealth belongs to you. And this government will make sure that you benefit from that oil wealth. There are a lot of greedy people. Don't worry with them. I am unbothered. We are going to make sure that that oil wealth goes to the people who need it most. The people like you, people from region 1 to 10, ordinary people. You know, there's a saying, God like ordinary people, that's why He makes so many of them. Well, APNU and AFC like ordinary people. That's why we've come into government, to give you the benefit of this bountiful harvest, the petroleum, the mineral resources of this country and this environment. Government decides who gets what and when. And we have decided that you will get the benefits of oil. And you'll get it over the next 10 years during this decade of development. We are your best guarantee to ensure that oil money is well spent. We went through the thieving people. Never again. We went through the people who refused to hold local government elections. Never again. We went through the people with the death squads and the phantom squads. Never again. Your country is in good hands with APNU+AFC. Trust me. Trust the coalition. My friends, when I promise you free education at university level, I didn't mean free university certificates and diplomas, you know. Some people like the got Xerox machine. And whenever they want a certificate, they just roll off another copy. You can fake all the certificates you want, but you can't fake experience. And that is what I bring to Guyana. That's what the APNU+AFC cabinet brings to Guyana. We are going to reform the Constitution so that that nonsense that they tried for us for the last 12 months doesn't happen again. We are a constitutional government. And everything we have done for the last 12 months was in accord with the law and in accordance with the Constitution. But we will continue the work of reforming the Constitution. We will build unity through social cohesion. There are some people trying to divide this country. I told them since 2011, the traffic lights have changed from red to green. Now it's gold and green. Don't stop at the red lights no more. We are one people. Don't allow those people to divide us. All of us are one. And we will ensure that this country is developed for the benefit of all Guyanese. We will protect our vulnerable. We won't abandon old folk. You heard Brother Kemra Dramdatan say that when we went into the 10th Parliament, old people were getting $7,500 a month. Now they're getting $20,000. I get thank you letters. People say, thank you, Mr. President. Disadvantaged people, I've made a pledge that through this decade of development, every Guyanese must have a roof over his head, and we will continue working to house this nation. We will get our citizens off the streets. We will get our children into schools so that there is zero dropouts. We will continue to protect our indigenous people in the far-flung areas. That is why we want to improve infrastructure. We want to improve the roads, improve education, improve public services. That is why, my brothers and sisters, for the first time in Guyanese history, a president came along and created 4 tongues in 4 years. Mabaroom is now a tongue, Bartik is a tongue, Lethem is a tongue, Mahdi is a tongue. How can you have a region that is bigger than Costa Rica, the Rupununi region, run by a village, run by an NDC? How can you have a region which is bigger than the Netherlands, Koyuni Mazruni, run by a village named Bartika? I want you all to go to these tongues, Bartika, Mabaruma, Mahdia, and Lethem, and see the change that has taken place because of our vision. All 10 regions must be run by tongues, and those tongues will be the hubs for development. Better schools, better communication, better infrastructure. That is what we are doing. We're not just creating a better coastline, we're creating a better nation for all Guyanese. We protect our indigenous people, and we will extend our infrastructure so that anybody from Crabwood Creek can drive all the way to Sand Creek. Anybody from the Aruka could drive all the way to Achiwib. Give us the chance to make this country develop to benefit all of you. And you'll see the transformation. What you saw over the last 5 years, you ain't seen nothing yet. Elections are for you and your children and your grandchildren. You have 60 days. I know that you make up your mind already, but I ask for your help over the next 60 days to make sure that all those in doubt are convinced that we are the best team to lead Guyana into the future. The best team to use this decade of development to develop the whole country. We have 10 years to do that. And I ask your support at the end of that 10-year period. Look at your children, look at your schools, look at your communities, and you see, yes, I made the right decision in supporting APNU+AFC. When you look back, you could hardly believe that 10 years ago, they had something called Phantom Squad in this country. It's gone now, gone forever. Look at the public service increases in the salary. Look at the Guyana Youth Corps. Look at the buses and boats and bicycles on the roads, taking children to school. Some parents save $20,000 a month because of free buses. My friends, I'm happy tonight because you have come together. You've seen African people, indigenous people, Amerindian people, mixed people, Portuguese people. And we're all one. We're happy together. That is what the coalition is. We're happy together, we're better together than being apart. We are going to protect your lives and livelihood. We are going to ensure that your children can grow up in a country in which they'll be educated and which they'll find full employment. We have gone all around this country with outreach programs. I don't think you ever saw before in the history of this country so many ministers meeting so many villages all over the coastline and the hinterland. We find out what the people need and what they want, and we solve their problems. We satisfy their needs. In short, APNU.
It is a blessing to be here with you because tonight each of us standing here is making history. Tonight, I remind us that we are sitting on the threshold of greatness and of unimaginable possibilities, which with the right leadership will ensure that each and every one live that good life. That leadership is the APNU+AFC coalition. It is the only leadership and the only party that has a home for everyone. We don't care from which race, religion, or region you come from, whether you're in the diaspora or here at home. You can just come. In this new Guyana that we are constructing, there is a place for everyone in our AFC APNU home. I want to say in 2015, we started this new chapter in our history. That new chapter saw us picking up the broken pieces and starting the long process of repairing and rebuilding a new Guyana. But come March 2nd, brothers and sisters, you will go to the polls to reaffirm your faith in the coalition. And you will be led by who? David Granger. We will renew our faith in government that will create hope and new opportunities for all Guyanese and their families. We will renew faith in government to create jobs, especially for our youth, and invest in opportunities to boost small business. You will renew your faith on March 2nd in a government that honors and respects our women and will continue to work tirelessly to keep them safe and protected. A government that will strengthen the foundation of our economy and expand all sectors for sustainable development. A government that will enhance the governance of this country with accountability and transparency, best practices to ensure the highest probity in public life. And a government that will complete the constitutional reform process which we started. We have done much, but there is a lot more to do, brothers and sisters. Look at our record in our 4 short years, and you know that with some more time, we will give lots more to the people of Guyana. These are the reasons why the coalition of APNU+AFC came together and will stay together. Coalition politics is here to stay because it brings an array of cultures and experiences together, creating a strong, united Guyana. And in unity, there is strength. Never before in our history has any government delivered more in such a short space of time. Comrades, and how do we see Guyana in the next 5 years? What is our vision of it? We see APNU+AFC as that of a green and prosperous Guyana for all. We see a unified Guyana where we are better connected by another bridge over the Demerara River, and in time, bridges over the Essequibo and Corentyne. After years of talk, we are ready to turn the sod on that bypass road from East Coast to Diamond. And we will continue to move apace with that road from Linden to Lethem. We want to build a nation which everyone has an equal opportunity to realize their potential and enjoy the fruits of their labor without fear or discrimination. Our vision of Guyana embraces diverse faiths and religious groups and their harmonious interaction with each other as we build stronger and cohesive communities. We want a nation whose people at home and abroad take pride in our culture, our heritage, and our patrimony. We want a nation where the environment is protected and preserved for the present and future generations. Young people constitute the largest portion of our small population and continue to face challenges in advancing their ideas and dreams. The next coalition government will do far more to encourage, engage, and empower our youth by implementing policies that will address the challenges faced by our young people. And I want to tell the young people this. Young people, we will have a resplendent revenue stream to implement these policies, the oil and gas revenue stream. We will create a mechanism to ensure that our young people participate and have a meaningful input in the formulation and implementation of policies at the highest level, just like we ensured participation at the local levels by holding 2 local government elections in 4 years. With the use of technology and increased scholarships, we will train the next generation of petroleum engineers, welders, and other skills our oil and gas industry require. We want to wean the next generation away from cane cutting, a place that the PPP wants to put them back. Comrades, your choice in this election is clear. It is between this coalition government led by President Granger, who is properly qualified and certified, and who led the tremendous progress thus far, or of an arrogant, feral PPP government led by Irfan Ali, whose qualifications are questionable and who seem not to know where his certificates will come from. And by the way, who certainly will be a puppet to you know who. Do not be fooled or distracted by the PPP's disinformation and fake news, brothers and sisters. They are hoping that our collective memories are short. But least we forget, this is what we had found: lack of transparency and accountability and outright corruption. Contracts they refuse to release, flagrant racism and victimization. The fact that they held a view that certain Guyanese were never qualified to hold certain posts. You remember that? And the fees at UG. We forget UG was free until the PPP introduced fees. You can't believe what they say. And they're plastering Georgetown, saying that they will reduce VAT. But who brought VAT to Guyana? My brothers and sisters, the APNU+AFC coalition represents the best choice for Guyana. It represents hope, opportunity, and prosperity for all, not just a few. It represents the possibility of every Guyanese having a good life. And it is led by a man who is undoubtedly fit and proper, David Granger. Always calm, but strong, always honest, measured, and intellectual. Government in Guyana needs brains, not bronze. I want to say this. We have both brains and bronze. And if I may say so, the PPP has neither. But our president is also gracious and embracing of the other view. Those attributes we will need in years to come, and they will be to this country's benefit forever. We can do great things when we work together, brothers and sisters. Our APNU+AFC coalition for the last 4 years is proof of that. And so I ask for your support, your vote on March 2nd. One good term deserves another.
Young people, we are bold and we are fierce and we demand a place in society. In putting together my speech, I started to list the things that the coalition has done for young people. It went like this. The 5B initiative, 700 graduate from GTI with technical skills, hundreds of scholarships issued, $186 million hinterland dormitory constructed, STEM Guyana winning an international prize in Dubai, ICT hubs constructed everywhere, smart classrooms to facilitate e-learning, leadership, financial literacy training, national youth court, public service scholar, best ever CXC performance in the Caribbean. And the list went on and on. But then I stopped. And I started to think further about what this coalition really means to our Guyanese youth. What does it mean to me, a young woman, a single mother? You see, 10 years ago, I could not have imagined myself being here today. I was born in a small mining community named Bartica to a poor family in a hospital that barely had basic things. However, today, because of our president, Bartica is a town with one of the finest regional hospitals in this country performing surgeries. I stand before you here today as a youth representative, someone who knows the challenges that young people face. I stand before you as a woman, someone who knows firsthand what it takes to manage a family while building a career. I stand before you, the daughter of a farmer to show a member of the indigenous community. I am a representation of Guyanese. I am a fruit of this coalition government, a government that caters not only for our present, but for our future. A government which ensures the future of generations to come, that our children and grandchildren will benefit from the decisions that we make here today. A government which ensures that this country, our country, is a country in which the color of our skin and the texture of our hair does not determine the opportunities that is presented to us. The APNU+AFC coalition is not a coalition, a collection of politicians. This coalition is our coalition. It is a movement that embodies all our dreams and aspirations. This coalition embodies the hope of a new Guyana, the hope that as a nation we can finally break free from the chains of racism and shatter the walls that divide us as a people. A hope that through hard work and selfless leadership, we can usher in the dawn of a new era for this nation. An era of unity, of prosperity, of justice and security. The hope of an era in which every Guyanese have the opportunity to meet our full potential and live in dignity, free from poverty and fear. And as a songwriter wrote, but not in vain we strive to build. A new Guyana great and free, a land of glory and of hope, a land of love and unity. It says not in vain because we are on the verge of economic possibilities, like to the likes of which this country has never seen. And it is up to us, this generation, this youthful generation, to stand up and claim our place in Guyana's history. here just a few days ago. And it is up to us, young people, it is up to you to grab hold of the opportunities that it presents to us. The opportunity for a new beginning, the chance to build a new Guyana. Young people, I want you to hear me now. 10 years from now, we will not be able to point fingers at our current leaders and ask, what are you doing for us? 10 years from now, we will be the leaders. 10 years from now, fingers will be pointed at us. Therefore, I urge you here today to stand up for yourself and grab every opportunity that this government has provided for you.